Mr.
You
Bean
may
sits
open the
nervously at his
envelopes
desk, his confident
containing your
neighbor beside him in the
papers.
exam hall. Both tear open their
Exam
exam papers.
starts
A pink toy
now.
monkey sits on Mr. Bean's desk. Worried, Mr. Bean receives his green question paper from the invigilator. He looks at his paper, shocked and confused, while his neighbor appears serious. Mr. Bean struggles with the math exam, putting his hand over his face. Surrounded by colorful pens, Mr. Bean and his neighbor stare at their papers, puzzled. Mr. Bean looks at his exam paper with confusion, his pink toy monkey beside him. He presses the paper against his nose in frustration, his eyes closed. Mr. Bean shows his paper to his neighbor, who appears to explain something. Both concentrate on their exam papers, writing and thinking. Other students in the background. Mr. Bean writes on his exam paper, his pencil in hand, as his neighbor works intently. The exam continues, with Mr. Bean and other students working hard on their papers. Mr. Bean looks down at his desk, deep in thought, with his small toy giraffe nearby. The invigilator reads from a book, standing behind a podium with portraits on the blue wall. Close-up of Mr. Bean, looking sad and anxious as he struggles with a question. Mr. Bean leans over to his neighbor, attempting to copy his answers. Neighbor looks annoyed. Mr. Bean and his neighbors write on their exam papers, surrounded by colorful pencils. Mr. Bean tries to copy his neighbor's answers, but the neighbor covers his paper. Mr. Bean rests his head on his desk, hands covering his face, struggling with the exam. Mr. Bean concentrates on his exam paper, holding multiple pencils in one hand. Frustrated, Mr. Bean struggles with the exam, while